YouTube? What's up, y'all? What's up, Facebook family? Hey, y'all. Hey. We live. We are live. 2 o'clock, Saturday. Internet speaks. We doing it. So I just want to make sure I do a little housekeeping real quick. Trying to make sure everybody can see me. I look right. Let me fix this up real quick. I get started here. Yeah. I'm simultaneously using two devices so I can make sure that all the audiences are feeling like, I'm talking to them. So, all right, housekeeping is done. And now somebody's phone want to go off. Hello. All right. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching so much. This is Anjanette with Anjanette Speaks. I am so glad that you have decided to join me. Listen, everybody at home today. So unfortunately, there's some background noise, but we're going to kill it in a minute. But listen, I am here to talk to you today about managing depression. So we're going to talk about it, y'all. How y'all doing out there? Listen, this is another edition of Anjanette Speaks with Anjanette. Anjanette Wilson. Y'all, I am so excited. Listen, yesterday, I did a show. Did some motivational speaking for Nika with the Black Business Week in San Antonio. It was amazing. Now, let me tell you, if you have not, in Austin, if you are in Texas, if you are in San Antonio, the surrounding areas, you need to make it put on your calendar that you are going to be at the next Black Business Week. It was amazing. So they had the county there. They had the city there. They had everybody there, right? It was amazing. They had information. They had pamphlets. Listen, at Bear County, if you were there with Bear County, they gave us $1 million worth of information. $1 million worth of contacts. All we got to do is contact them. I thought it was amazing. So, Nika Cleveland, shout out to you. Listen, shout out to my channel, my television radio station, Indoor Entertainment. When you think of indoor entertainment, you think of clean entertainment. When you think of clean entertainment, we want you to think of indoor entertainment because that's what we do, baby. We are clean entertainment. So, I wanted to basically just kind of take a couple of minutes to talk to you about what's been going on, where you can find me, what I'm doing. So look, I got a book. I wrote a book. I'm a co-author in the book. It's called Unmuted. Unmuted. So we are a community of women that got together and we are doing what they call Unmuted. What that means is that your story is valuable, right? Your story is needed. And if you want to get in touch with the woman that published and pushed us to write this book, you want to contact me on my Facebook page, Anjanette Speaks, or on my YouTube. And you want to tell me that you want this book. It's $20. Look, y'all, a bunch of inspiring stories, y'all. 20 women. Check us out. 20 women. We did it. So I'm so excited. So listen, we are part of the Unmuted movement. And we are unmuted. That means we tell our story and we tell it unapologetically. So if you want to get in touch with me or Tandra B. Williams on Facebook, she'll be able to help you get your life. Sean, let me do some producing here because I want to make sure that my YouTube people don't feel like I'm not talking to them too. So let's get into it. Depression. So I've had several times people call me and they say, I'm depressed, I don't feel good. And I understand because I manage depression. I'm very open about it. I have a whole YouTube channel. Anjanette Speaks started as a channel for women that are depressed or that suffer from depression. And I was like, I don't know what I can do to help myself, right? I don't know what I can do to try to manage my depression. It was so bad up until probably 2 years ago. I started taking medication in 2018, I believe, 2019. I started taking medicine and it changed my life. I was able to take meds and do amazing things like make a grocery list, something that I hadn't been able to do. I would imagine the worst things possible to happen when I would go to the store or when I go in public. These mass shootings and things like that was happening back then, I would be afraid. The sex trafficking, I would imagine, that, hey, somebody's gonna do something to me, during the sex trafficking or whatever. Like, it was hard, it was crazy. But I started to realize that it wasn't my depression. It didn't belong to me, right? And God didn't give it to me. God didn't want me to have it or nothing like that. It was basically something that I had to deal with. It was my thorn in my side. And so I want to teach you or talk to you today about how to manage depression, how to manage it, what to do to make sure that it doesn't get the best of you. So I have to fight my own battles and come out of my own self a lot of times and get out the bed when I don't want to. See, family members don't understand depression. A lot of them don't, right? So they say, what are you depressed about? Well, I don't understand. Like, why are you depressed? Well, you have a roof over your head and you have, clothes and you get to do this and that. And, you got a wonderful ministry and what's wrong? Well, it doesn't have to be anything wrong, right? And it doesn't, you just go into this dark hole, this hopeless place. And if you're not careful, it will take over your life. You will be in the bed for weeks and weeks at a time. Weeks and weeks at a time, you'll be in the bed. Trying to figure out your life. Trying to figure out what's wrong, what happened. You don't owe it to anyone to explain why you're depressed. You don't owe it to anyone. What you owe it to is you owe it to yourself to learn how to manage it. It's not your depression. It doesn't belong to you. So we don't want to own depression as a thing, right? We don't want to own depression. We don't want to say, oh, I'm depressed and it's my depression that's kicking in. No. You want to say, let me manage this. What is it that is happening, or what is it that I ate, or what is it that I watched? When you are managing depression, you have to manage every aspect of your life. You have to manage your friendships. You have to manage your relationships. You have to manage your family and children relationships. You have to manage your job, what kind of job you have, right? You have to manage every part of your world when you're managing depression. So one of the things that I looked up was, what is depression? What is that? So it is a severe feeling of hopelessness, of despondency, and dejection. I say it's a sadness that you just can't shake. So normal people, bless y'all can get sad and get over it, right? Bless y'all. But people that struggle with depression, struggle with managing it, one thing can happen, it'll throw off our whole week. One thing can happen. One thing. It'll throw off our whole week. So what does that mean to us, those of us that's managing depression? We need to figure out if medication or counseling or a combination of both, psychotherapy is something that we need to do. We need to figure it out. We need to come up with a plan to manage depression. I don't want you to suffer from it. I used to say that. Oh, I suffer from depression too. I suffer from anxiety. No, I manage anxiety and depression, because what that says is I'm in control. I got depression and anxiety. It don't have me. Hello. It doesn't have me. It doesn't own me. Right? I manage it. I make sure that it doesn't take over my life. I make sure that it's not a part of what I do every single day. The next thing is practicing self-care. When you're depressed, y'all, when we go into that dark place, my friends get on me all the time. They're like, oh my God, here you go. Because I ain't heard from you. Well, sometimes I'm in my own head, and then sometimes, I'm probably feeling bad about something, or, overthinking or mulling over, something, right? And so I want to make sure that we understand what we need to do. I'm changing something. So what we need to do in the time, I lost my train of thought. So I want to make sure that we understand self-care. There we go. And what that means and why that's important. So when we're depressed, getting out the bed is hard. Getting out of the bed, right? So something that you guys just do, get up, get out the bed. That's hard for us. It's like a weight. When I get out the bed and I'm moving around, it's like a weight. Hold on. One second. Steven, go get my charger, please. Hey. So my charger, my battery is low. So I'm trying to make sure I charge my stuff up. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So when we're doing self-care, right? And we're trying to manage and all of that, you got to make sure you put you first. So if you don't feel good, don't overbook and go do something. Hold on. All right. Now we're in business. Don't overbook and go do something. Don't do that. Managing self-care. I had 4 events that I had to do today, plus go get Steven school supplies, plus do internet speaks. I was not prepared, right? Because I had something to do yesterday. And I just got in here and I said, I'm going to be dedicated to doing what I'm called to do, which is my show, right? And so I had to practice self-care. Go put my makeup on, go woosah, go get my stuff in line, my spirit in line, to be able to give what I know that God told me to do today, right? That's for you as well. You have to get in line with yourself and take care of you. Taking care of self-care is more than your nails, your hair, your lashes, your eyebrows. Self-care is mental. Self-care is getting to a place that's quiet and peaceful. Sometimes my quiet and peaceful place is at my sister's house. It's not here. But you have to make sure that you do what you have to do for you. You have to make sure that you become the priority when you're managing depression. That the need to be everywhere for everyone and everything for everybody, that you shrink that and be everything that you need for you. That's self-care. When you are showing up for you, showing up for the things that matter most. Not everything people want you to do. You can't be everywhere all the time. It will drain you. You can't. Sometimes you gotta rest. Sometimes you gotta rest. Sometimes you gotta go to bed. Sometimes you're really tired. Because on the other spectrum, you got anxiety, which keeps you going all the time. And then you got depression that keeps you hopeless. So if you have a combination of both, we have to figure out a way to get this, to make this thing work for us, right? And to manage it. So self-care is a huge, major part. Take you every day. You owe it to yourself to take 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes out of your day, whatever it is, and work on you. One thing that I found for me that gets me out of my head is working on the projects that I have and learning how to make my talents better. Working on stage presence, working on speech, working on being able to convey my thoughts clearly, working on what I do next, working on schedules, working on the show, and trying to broadcast how long, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to talk about, instead of these random topics, right? But kind of have more like a series for a month or something. Like, I'm working on all these things, and it keeps me so occupied and out of my own head and space that I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. This is what I can do to manage this, right? And then along with self-care, along with counseling sessions, along with everything else, that's how I manage it. A lot of my YouTube people, they're like, how you doing? I'm doing great, right? I'm doing amazing. I'm way better than I was in 2019. Way better than I was in 2020, right? I'm doing better. I don't have it all together, but I'm doing better. And that's all we want, is that improvement. That's all we want. We just want to improve, right? That's all we want. We just want to improve. So the next thing is practicing mindfulness. And I just talked about that meditation, and being mindful and being in the space where you say to yourself, you know what? I feel angry. Why do you feel angry? Who made you angry? And letting it go, not letting that thing be a trigger. Another thing is managing your triggers. You got to know, and I've said this before, if you're going to go to someone's house and they trigger you, but it's a family member and you want to be there, guess what you got to do? You got to limit your time. Usually I say I go around people for 20 minutes. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. Before I know you're probably going to say something to irritate my nerves. Because I want to stay in this good, peaceful place. I want to manage my triggers. I haven't always, and I'm still not able to manage every single trigger. But I want to be able to manage my triggers. Because if I'm around someone that triggers me, I want to be like, you know what? This person has this control over me. And I don't like it. I want not to someone not to have control over me. So what do? What am I going to do? I'm going to make sure, you know what? Let me go over here. Let me say hello. Let me speak. Let me move on. And I said this in a group. 20 minutes. That's all I get. 20 minutes. The next one is physical activity. Y'all, I know how hard it is. I can just hear you. Do you know how hard it is for me to get out the bed and bathe? And now you want me to go walking? I do. I myself, even if driving, I myself have to get out the house and just go walk. Just go walk. Just go walk. I might walk outside, walk around the corner. I might get out the house, go drive, go to the mall. I might do anything to get out the house when I'm feeling bad. You don't have to tell nobody you're feeling bad and you need to get out the house. Just get up and go. Don't worry about what you got on. Don't worry about whether you got lashes on. Girl, let me tell y'all, for the females on my lives, listen, put on some lashes and some lip gloss and let's go. Get out the house. Don't worry about what the kids need, what the neighbors need, what your sister need, what your cousin need, what your grandma need, what your daddy need. Worry about you. Get out the house, go for a drive, get some sun, and just do you, right? For a minute. Because it helps so much recalibrate your mindset, your life, and what you're thinking about and everything. It just recalibrates and resets your whole aura when you do that. So make sure that you're doing some type of physical activity. Go to the gym. Or there's a bunch of things on YouTube that I started doing like at home. And you can do like walking in place for a little bit, 10 minutes. Change your whole mindset. By the time you get through sweating for 10 minutes and get one of them booty songs on and like do the little running in place with the booty song, but by the time you do that, you ain't depressed no more. You tired. You sleepy. You want to go to bed. I'm telling y'all, it's not easy to manage it, but it can be done. Physical activity is the best thing. Now I'm going to tell you something else. Y'all ain't going to like this one. Managing your eating habits. We get fat when we're depressed because we like cakes and pies and Snicker bars. I know that's me. I like Snicker bar, Score bar, and the Dr. Pepper. That's what I want. A lot of burgers, a lot of French fries, a lot of fried food. That's what I want. But let me tell you this. If you watch what you eat, you will feel the difference in your body. Not eating a bunch of sugar, not eating a bunch of cakes, pies, not eating a bunch of mess, and putting more green into your diet, putting more shakes, spinach. I eat a lot of spinach, greens, green beans. You will find that it will work for you. I know it's hard to change your mindset, but that's all part of the self-care. And you will see that that depression would just be recalibrated. You would think about it different. So listen, I didn't want to stay on here longer than 30 minutes or so to make sure that I gave you some nuggets and some things that we can talk about and have a conversation about, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a 30-second break real quick. And I'm going to tell you guys about what I got coming up next and take any questions and comments at this time, okay? So what I'm going to do now is we are going to go into a commercial break. I don't know how to do a commercial break on YouTube, so we'll have to find out. Figure it out. All right. We are back. Let's see what comments we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. Let me get back to where I was. All right. So listen, thank you for all the comments and everything. I wanted to make sure that you guys, thank you, that you guys, I was answering any questions or anything, so I had to go find my other phone. I promise you, next Saturday, I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna get Tasha coming. She won. I tried to stay home. My sister keeps saying, you can use the other studio. You can use the other studio. And I'm just like, I'd just rather be comfortable at home. No, I would rather not. So what I wanted to do now is to tell you guys what direction we're going to go in further. So next Saturday, mark your calendars. Let's see, guys, the 13th. We are going to have a pastor that is from Mississippi. Her name is Tandra D. Warren. She will be in the building, y'all. Woo, 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 woo. Pastor Tandra we were talking, and she has a master's degree in psychology. Now, I didn't want to put an LPC on here as yet. I just wanted to talk to believers and people that are Christian that are suffering from depression, because we have a lot of us that don't want to talk about it because we don't believe in God. We believe in God, and if we are confessing that we're depressed and we don't believe in God, and that's just not true. That's just not true. So I wanted to make sure that we understood what we needed to be doing, right? And how we need to manage it based on her expertise. So she will be here because, I'm just talking about from my experience. But I want somebody that is qualified to tell us about depression. And then I'm going to try to find an LPC to come on and talk to us about the benefits of counseling and going to counseling and seeking that out and how we can seek that out. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't found nobody. I had a counselor, and her and I, we were okay, but I didn't get that feeling like other people say they got the feeling from their counselor, like they really like their counselor. And I hadn't seen her in a while, and usually people tell me, oh, my counselor, she reached out, hey, how you doing? Mine was like, oh well, whatever. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to find someone else. And I went looking, and my schedule was so busy and crazy. And I'm just like, man, what do I do? But I really want to start back doing counseling. So if anybody sees this, that is a counselor that has time open in the afternoon or in the evenings or on the weekend, let me know, please. I have insurance. I have EAP. I want to use my EAP. I want to be able to use my insurance because sometimes I just need help managing all of my activities I got going on. So I am going to let you guys enjoy your Saturday. I am so happy that you came on to talk to me, to talk back to me, to listen to me today. Let me see what Facebook is doing real quick before I leave. Make sure I have questions and comments and all of that stuff that I don't miss anything. All right. They are hard to find, Tiffany. They are hard to find. They are. So it's been a journey for that, right? Because I had one for a whole year, but they're hard to find. So when you're looking for a counselor, the only thing I would tell you, I haven't found that magic trick. So let me just add this. This is my show, and I can go longer if I want to. I'm going to go outside of my race because I found that the counselors that we have, because we're Black, they seem to be familiar. And I wanted someone that could understand my experience But maybe if I go outside of my race, I can get some empathy, right? Because my last counselor was like, okay, if you can't control it, then drop it. Daddy is who he is and what it's going to be. It is what it is. It's what it's going to be. Like, huh? Is that what because I give y'all more advice than she gave me. So I was like, I could have did this myself. I do this every Saturday. So I'm trying to figure out what can I do, right? Who gonna help me? Who gonna have the motivational speaker stay motivated? God. So I said all that to say it is hard, and I want you to stay with it though. Don't give up. Okay, I'm gonna stay with it. I'm committed to staying with it for you, to be able to help you more, to help you grow. You know, I'm passionate about mental health because I remember 2016, 2017, 2018 being depressed, being showing up looking depressed. Y'all didn't even Tiffany, why you on here? Why y'all didn't tell me I was looking like that? Y'all just love me so much. Y'all just let me look any kind of way. I was depressed. I was I was depressed, y'all. So listen, my church family loved me so much they didn't tell me that I was looking crazy. They didn't tell me. My friends didn't tell me. Nobody tell me. They didn't tell me nothing. But listen, I want y'all to stay with it. Find you somebody. Find you a counselor or even a pastor, but a counselor that you can talk to about anything, right? That way you have a sounding board. You don't have to worry about nobody repeating your secrets and your thoughts and all of that stuff. Especially when you're trying to do something productive. You want to be able to dump. Those people get paid for you to dump and then for them to redirect you and give you some guidance on how to do things. So I'm saying that to say that I am looking for an LPC to come on the show so we, talk about depression, anxiety, sad, because we got a couple of more months before the time changes, and some people get so depressed during that time. And I'm gonna stay with what Internet Speaks is about, right? It's educating people, helping people through life situations, having transparent conversations with people, right? So I want to make sure that we do that. I want to give you some information. So be here next Saturday. Tondra D. Williams from Alabama. She coming. And she cold, y'all. She cold. Oh, she opened her mouth. She real wide and timid. She opened her mouth and a assassin come out. Boy, whoa. So I cannot wait to have her. She was at our Unmuted conference and it was amazing. So the time has been well spent, like they say at church. And I have taken up enough of your Saturday. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Nika Cleaver, for having me again on the Black Business Week. Thank you. Thank you, Endure Entertainment, for having Internet Speaks on your platform. It's amazing. Y'all, we are everywhere. On Spotify, on Amazon, on Spreaker, on Deezer, on almost any podcast directory, we are on it. Okay. And listen, we are being downloaded internationally. People listen to us in Russia, in Africa, South Africa. Oh man, let's see, Uganda, Ukraine, England, the UK is huge. Big presence in the UK. So I'm just so excited about what can happen, if we stay consistent. We have some amazing marketing people that are off the chain, that are making sure that these voices on this channel are heard. So I am so happy to be part of Endure Entertainment. Thank you. Next week, August the 13th, again, Tondra Williams Warren will be here to talk to us. She's a pastor. She has a master's degree in psychology. And she's going to talk to us about believers being saved and circled with depression and how to manage it, and her expertise. It has been another edition of Internet Speaks, the real, the raw, and the inspiring. I thank you so much for listening, tuning in today. You guys enjoy your Saturday, and I will see you next week. Same time, same place.